Good morning. It's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. Thanks so much for joining us today for our monthly Facebook Live class. I'm happy to be back with you today. It's a little different from our normal Wednesday morning Facebook Lives. And so in this case, it's a class. So I'll explain the how-to that you can get the make and takes, the kits for all of these projects that I'm going to be showing you today. So I just want to give a little bit of just a moment to see if we can get some people to pop on. I know that because it's a different day, it's the same time, but it is a different day, that we might not be able to get everybody to pop on, which is okay, because the replay of this will be on the Facebook, the video will be on the Facebook page all day, and I'll probably share it over to my Lollipop Papers group, so if you have a better chance of seeing it there. And it will be uploaded to YouTube later this afternoon. So you can always go back, check out the replay, and or fast forward, rewind, however you want to do that. But so that's how the class works. So let's go into a little bit. Good morning. A little bit of the logistics of how this class works. I chose a bundle from the mini catalog because honestly we're running out of time. I want to get all of these bundles in, and there's just not that much time left. The new catalog will be out soon. So anyway, I chose the Time of Giving bundle, and I just love that bundle, and I wanted to make sure that I squeezed in as much as I could with that. So we're going to be making 4 projects today, 4 cards. And these are the 4 cards that we're going to be making, and 4, yeah. And then, so all you have to do, if you want these kits for each of these products, which has all of the ingredients that you need except for stamped images, you just have to place an order in my online store, and you can see where that is right above. And you do need to use that host code, because that is directly linked to this class, so that I know that it's this class and these kits that you do want to get. So a $35 order will get you these for free, these kits, and you will need to have your own this stamp set if you want to have it, exactly like mine. So you'll need the stamp set and you'll need the inks too. But if you don't, you can certainly swap them out with whatever you have at home, and whatever will work for you, because it's pretty standard. Hopefully that didn't cut us off completely. But all right, so what was I saying? So for $35, you get the 4 kits for free. And I should have them in the mail by Tuesday morning. That's why I do need all the orders in with this host code that you can see up above by Sunday evening, so that I have Monday to work on them, get them all together, and then get them out by Tuesday morning. So that's that. So it's $35. It's use the host code. It's get it in by Sunday. If your order is over $50, then I always send in include a little thank you gift from me. And this month it will be the Black and White Gingham Ribbon, which is fabulous. It can be used all year, not just for the holidays. So this is how the kits come. They'll all be wrapped in an individual bag. It might be a smaller bag, but everything that's in here, all the little layers will be included. So, all right, I see that we have a few of you on. Thank you for coming and sharing a few minutes of your time with me this morning. So let's get busy. I'm going to turn the camera down, and we can get straight on with our first project. Okay, so this is the bundle that we're using. It is the Time of Giving bundle, and I think I did showcase this during one of our Facebook Lives, and my point was that it may be overlooked because it's not a suite. It doesn't come with its own DSP. So, and the stamps are pretty simple. However, once you see these dies, this is the star of the show here. And so that's why I wanted to feature this and to show you how beautiful these really simple little dies can just make your whole project. So you can find this bundle on page 61 of the mini. And like I said, it's pretty simple. It's, you know, it doesn't like pop out at you like it's a must-have. But once you see what these dies can do, you will definitely change your mind, or be swayed, let's say that. So let's start with this first one. And I have a lot of the layers already cut for us, so we can concentrate on the actual die cutting, because that's what I want you to really appreciate. So let's see, I just have some straight layers here. Obviously the all of the what am I saying? All of the a flying adhesive cap. I got that. Okay, so so I was saying that obviously the kits will include a PDF tutorial that is emailed to you the same day that the kits go out, and the tutorials have they have lots of photos, they have step-by-step instructions, and people have said they are really super easy to follow. So so anyone can do it. And when I design the cards, I do keep that in mind also. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is take one of the sentiments, and this one I think I'll just use the Season's Greetings here, this one right here, and I'll pop that on a block, and I don't know if it's going to be straight, so I'm going to check on my scrap paper just to make sure. And this way it just gives you a little, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to, this is Sahara Sand ink, and I'm just going to give it a little sentiment right up here in the corner. And I'm going to go up as far as I can because I want my tag to really be the highlight, be the focal point of the card. So what I did here was I cropped out these tags out of the tailor-made tags dies, and I did one in Sahara Sand and one in just regular basic white. And now I'm going to take the snowflake die here, right here, and I'm going to just place it as center as I can, and I'm going to use my little mini. So let's see if we can get this to go through. That's why I like trimming my paper down, and in this case it was easy because I just I used the die anyway. But I'm going to lay it onto the plate, and I want to center it, but I'm not taking any chances. So let me see if I have any of my tape. Here it is. This is just little Post-it note tape, and it just makes sure that everybody stays right where I want them to. Okay, let's send this through. All right. Okay, sorry about the shakiness. Let's put that aside for later. And just pop these babies out. And let's see, do we need anything? Nope, they all came out nice and clean. Okay, so what I did here was I just trimmed a little bit of DSP from the Tidings of Christmas DSP set. And I just want this to be the little bit of a background. And like I was started to say before, all of the measurements will be on the onto the on the PDF. Sorry, I'm thinking of, I really wish I had brought over my fine tip glue pen, but let's just see if we can get this to get on there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. All right. Okay, so now we're ready to just layer up. This is just my basic white cardstock, the thick cardstock. I like to give it a good score on a good burnish on the score line. Okay, and now I can put my layer right on here. Whoops. Okay. And we'll center that. And I left a little bit of a larger margin around for my border on this one because I really just wanted these to pop. And I'm going to use some dimensionals for those too. But let me just get these two together. So I'm just going to put some adhesive right on that corner. I'm going to match up my little holes there up on top. And then let's take some linen thread. And I'm going to do a double. And let's get my scissors. I like to do the thread in, or any kind of twine, like in a double, because I just feel like it gives it a little bit more substance. Okay, and I like it nice and loopy like that. All right, so now this is going to go straight on there. Get some dimensionals. I don't need the little ones. Okay. And we are almost done with one. Happy Friday to you too, Jan. Okay. So I know Fridays are different. I'm not sure if everyone's going to be able to join us, our usual crowd. But like I said before, you could always watch the replay or up on YouTube later this afternoon. Okay, first card done. Let's get rid of that. Let's make some room here for our next one, which I believe we did a version of this during one of the other Facebook Lives, the regulars on Wednesday. So, but I think I switched up the embossing folder maybe. So we're going to start with some Misty Moonlight here, cardstock, one way, and again, let's just give this a little bit of a nice fold. I had already went and embossed the this layer of Misty Moonlight with the Evergreen Forest, I believe it's called, embossing folder. Do I have that here? Yes, Evergreen Forest. Okay, so let's get, this is going to be just placed right on top. And you know, you could use either side, whatever. This is a pretty side too. I think it's the back side. But, so I like that. I'm going to just use adhesive on it, on it this time. And try not to press so hard. I do try to, I guess I'm going a little harder when it's embossed because I don't want my edges, because they are raised, some of them are raised, I don't want them to pop up on me or to fray. So, okay, so we have that done. For our die cut piece this time, oh, and you know what I did? Since I used the shimmery white paper, I don't think you can see how shimmery it is, but for the die cut, because it's not white, and it's like in the middle between white and very vanilla, that I wanted my inside to match also. So I don't usually use that for the inside, but in this case I wanted it to match nicely. So that's what I did. Okay, that's done. Now for this one, we're going to take the same snowflake die, and let me just make sure I have everything popped out. And like some I haven't had to use the dryer sheet method to get these little dot boogers out, but you could have. It would have made it. I wouldn't have had to have done just that step right there. Okay, so I'm just going to take one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add it to the plates, and let's see, and then save that little piece for my die cutting. And so in this case, I trimmed it to a certain measurement that gave me just a little bit of a, I tried to make it an equal border all around. Whereas using the tags, that did it for me, so I didn't have to worry about that. But for this one, I'm going to just not take any chances. It's hard on this table, I think, because it's not a hard, flat surface. That's my issue here with this one. Okay, so I think I'm done with the snowflake, but just in case. All right, so you can see how nice that came out. And it is a little sparkly. We're going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to that also. So before I do that, though, I do want to do my stamp, because I want to make sure that this is on top of here. So I want to make sure that the snowflake is on top. So I'm going to just stamp my little Mary, where is that? My little Mary image right on the bottom, and let's see how that goes. I always just check. See, now that is way crooked. So since I don't want to redo my stamp because it has the dark ink on it, I'm just going to wing it and try to adjust when I'm putting it on there. And I want this to go, okay, pretty good. All right, and I went up a little bit because I had to make sure that I got over that little bar here on the bottom. So I don't need this anymore. Let me get my Wink of Stella. And this was the other one that I wanted to use my, the fine tip pen, because, but this is working okay. I thought it would be difficult to get this on here. Let's see. All right, this is just going to go right on top. Oh, yep, I wanted my snowflakes up on top this time. Okay, and let's give it a little bit of extra shine. And I'm just going to go over the big pieces. Let's see. Is that coming out? Yeah, I can see it now. Okay. Just to give it a little something, something. I don't know if you can see that sparkle, but it's there. And we're going to add a few little rhinestones too, to really get it going. Okay, so now we're just going to put this right here. That is my focal image. And let me see if I have any, actually I do. So these are the foam sheets, adhesive sheets, which I love, which you probably know that by now. I use them all the time. And I'm just going to put that right behind it, and then we're not dealing with a whole bunch of dimensionals and those little messy tabs. Okay, look at that. Number 2, almost done. We have, I'm just going to add a few little rhinestones just to the front here. Maybe just 2 right there. Okay. Whoop. be in the center. Oh boy, they really want to stick. Okay, there you go. Okay, 2 down. Isn't that pretty? So, so in this case, you would get for the kits, you get this image already embossed, and you would get the scrap to do your own. You would get the top. These would all be cut for you and trimmed, but you would have to do your own stamping. That's the only thing, is I can't do that for you. Okay, so for our next one, we are going to use the. Let me get this out of the way. The Santa. Well, it looks like Santa. I don't know. Sleigh. So let's do that. And this is another really easy one. I don't need that anymore, but I am going to need the mini boss, so let's put that aside. Okay, so here again I have my Whisper White, my basic white, and just folding it. Basic white. What did I do with my bone folder? Probably right in front of me. Alright, I'm gonna have to use my fingers. Alright, I can tighten that up later. Alright, so for this one, I'm using the Real Red, and this is just so simple. It's just going to, just the die cut we're going to use, the die we're going to use is this little Santa and his reindeer on his sled. So cute. And it will just die cut right out of the top layer, and then that's it. We're done. So this is a little tricky though, because I wanted to make sure I had to have it this trimmed to this size, and I wasn't sure if it was going to go through in here, and it will. But as you can see here, I am going to go up a little bit. I was afraid if I had to go right down to the bottom, it wouldn't have enough of the leverage, and it wouldn't be a good surface for it to do the cutting. So I am going to go up a little bit and place that on there. This way the paper is a little wider than the plates, but that's okay as long as I'm in the center here. And let's see, let me get my little piece of tape again. I normally have more, but of course I forgot those. All right, I just want it to be centered here. All right. Save my little tag. I think I'm going to need that one more time. And look, it just comes out beautifully. And your focal image, your whole layer is done right there. It does not get any simpler than that. All right, so let's put our, well, let's do our sentiment. And what I did was, because I wanted something really large here, I stole the sentiment from the Heartfelt Wishes stamp set. Love these. They're beautiful, beautiful font. So I just want to do my Merry Christmas because it's Santa and his sleigh and his reindeer. So, all right, now this one I want to make sure is on straight too. So I'm going to have to make a little practice stamp here first before I make that pop out. And this is a really large stamp image, so I usually, when it's large, I take the ink pad and do it upside down. I feel like it just gets better coverage. Okay, so let me just make sure this is as close to straight as it's going to get. Yep, I think that's okay. And then I can do this again, and we can get that on there. Red. Oh, I can just see what's going to happen with that ink pad out All right, so maybe I need to go up just a smidge. Oh, make sure I'm centered. Okay, good enough. There we go. Let me close this. All right, let's get this on. We're done with the stamping for that. And we have one more beautiful die that I want to share with you with the last project. Okay, this is going to go right on top. Alrighty, and then this goes right on our base. So simple, right? But it, the color and the dye just make it pop. So let's add a little bit of red to this. Just going to make a little bow. And then I just zhuzh it as much as I want to make it as small as I want. And I do want it small because I want the die to be, the die cut to be the focal image. Okay. There we go. And let's get a glue dot. Put that baby right on there. Pretty. Love it. Okay, one more thing, just to add a little bit more bling. It's simple, but we wanted to, we really want that red to pop. So I'm just taking some of the red rhinestones and let's just accent this corner a little bit. There we go. Three done. See how easy. And if you have all these pieces delivered right to your door, there's nothing you have to worry about. Okay, so for our last one, I used DSP from the new Eden's Garden collection that is out now and available. And this is the a sneak peek into, it's an early release really from the January to June 2022 catalog, which I still can't believe that we're talking about, we're saying the word January already, but we have to. So anyway, so the stamp set is, I think I did a video on it last week, but the stamp set will be in the new catalog, the bundle will be in the new catalog, but the paper and the gems and the cotton paper that comes with it also will not be in the catalog. So those are all just while supplies last. And they, I'm sure, will be gone pretty soon because it's been very popular. I can't believe what I did with my, I must have put it back into the bin. I can't find it. See, this is what happens when you have to use your nail. All right, this side looks good. So this one, we're just going to do some layering first, and then we'll showcase the this ornament die from the set. Okay. So for here, I'm just going to do a little bit of layering just to get this as a second focal image. And let's see. We'll do this. On the white. Sometimes I just feel like a little slim margin of the basic white makes it pop. It makes it more dimensional, actually. It just brings it right back up to the more than the surface of the card. So this is just layering. I just wanted to have a little bit of a, which way should I send this? I think I'll do this way. The gold here in this, because this is a specialty DSP, and this gold is fabulous. Just little specks of it, it's not too much. So what we're going to do here is I have this trimmed, and this is going to go layer up on top of here, okay? So we do need to just send this one through the little boss just one more time, and get all those pieces off of it. Okay. And again, I'm going to center it best I can. All right. Last time for a shaky desk. Noisy too. Okay. So let's take this off. And that's why I like this, the Post-it tape. I feel like it doesn't, sometimes the washi tape for me would stick to the paper. So this just really releases really nicely. Okay, so for here, I'm going to put this on here, but I want to add another little element of gold. So I'm bringing in this, the Bedazzling specialty paper that was from the celebration, from our last celebration. So let's just layer these up, and it really showcases those ornaments really nicely. So let's see, where am I want this to go in here. So I probably can get away with just doing it on top and on the bottom, because it's going to be sandwiched in with the over the soft succulent. You just want a little bit popping through. Cute, right? All right, so then let's put this on here. Again, just to give it a little, that extra layer gives it just a little bit more dimension. All right, now we can start to put this baby together. Well, let's do our, excuse me. I'm going to do the Christmas cheer throughout the year for this one. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, and we're going to bring in soft succulent. Oh, boy. And let's see if I can get this on fairly straight. And let's try it. It's just always good to have your grid paper. I like the little ones because it's just, to me, easier to just have it instead of having the big pieces out. So I did trim 2 little sentiment tags, so I'll see if I can get it to fit on this one. Well, this is a little bit larger, so I should be okay. All right. Let's see. I think it's a little crooked, but if I can do better on here, I will. If not, we're going to have to go with the first one. All right. I like that one. I like it, the thinner the better. Okay. So let's get this on here first, and then we can just layer up, and we will be done. Come on. Okay. And I would probably, and I'm going to put this over to the side because I want this one here to balance it. So this isn't going to be in the middle. and I would put a piece of basic white inside here for you to put your sentiment. All right, so let's see. Do I have any extra? I guess I'll just use regular dimensionals on these. Whoa. Things are flying here today. Okay, so this is going to go here, a little bit to the side, and then I'm going to want to get my my sentiment on with dimensionals, and then the other side we'll just put a little adhesive on there. Okay, there we go. And let's get a little dimensional on this side, and then we'll just a little bit of adhesive here. Okay, and this can go anywhere, so I'm just going to let it land right here. There you go. And let's see, we definitely need to zhuzh this up a little bit with just a smidge of gold. I could have used the metallic dots, but the gold metallic, but these are the, what are these called? The gilded gems. And they're a little large, so I only use one. But I think it just adds a little bit, just that little bit of gold that we were looking for. Okay, wow, whoopsie, that went fast. All right, let's see. How far are we into this? Not too bad. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it, you know. All right, so here are our cards that we just did so quickly. And where's my 1, 2, 3? Come on, where's my fourth one? Here it is. Okay, so here we go. These are the 4 classes, the 4 projects from the Time of Giving class. You can have all of these kits sent to you. I can do it by Tuesday, but you just have to have your order in $35 or more by Sunday night. If it's $50 or more, I will add in the Black and White Gingham Ribbon for you. So I hope you can do it. I hope you can take advantage of it. I hope you like these ideas and it inspires you. If you already have it, then you can go ahead and just watch the video again and case it right from there. All right, so thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, whatever, put them into the comments section below. And I appreciate all your nice comments on it. So just let me know if you have any questions. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure that you are a subscriber so that you don't miss my next one, because we do this every Wednesday and for our regular Facebook Lives, and then we do a class where you can get the kits for free once a month. All right, well, I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.